Racing games are arguably one of the most competitive types of gaming. They're fast, furious, violent, and quite often tons of fun too. And like most gaming genres, slapping Mario's face all over it just makes it better. Mario Kart is a series that has continuously pushed the boundaries of consoles and just how creative a racetrack can be. It brings high-octane and usually ridiculous racing to the gaming masses in a way that most people can agree with. Frankly, if you haven't played a Mario Kart game before, you're a dirty liar and I hate you. Today, the members of the gaming family are looking at our favourite racetracks within the series, the pinnacle of originality and unbridled joy. There aren't any rules other than the fact that every track in the series to date will be taken into account. That's all the tracks from Super Mario Kart all the way to the recent Mario Kart 7. For those of you who can't quite think on their feet, that's 136 unique tracks to choose from. That probably means that we might miss off one of your favourites, and if that's the case, just respect our choices. Let's get this thing underway.
The Mario Kart series is known for its insane courses, and Double Dash brought several to the table, with chain chomps, twisters, and even dinosaurs of all things. But without a doubt, the largest and the most daring of the courses was Wario Colosseum. The course is a Colosseum but with a dirt bike-like track, going from jump to jump until you fly into a huge ball in the center of the arena. You make your way through tough turns and narrow paths, and the feeling is satisfying as hell. Light drivers beware. This track, like Rainbow Road, has barely any rails to sustain your falls, and on 150cc, you will not have the easiest time with big drivers hurling you across the track. Soon you will come up to a huge circle with a big jump that can send you the first to screwed. It's a great start to the second to last cup of the game, and the music, sure it does play in Waluigi Stadium, but it suits both courses very well, and it makes it the largest track in the game, so it only has 2 laps. But in multiplayer, you can boost it to 3 to 5 laps. The track a true skill, and you need to be prepared for the ride of your life when it comes to this course.
Mushroom Gorge is one of those stages you will love. It's one of those more unique stages, with mushrooms to bounce you all over the place. Green mushrooms don't do anything, and blue mushrooms, Mario Kart 7 only, activate your parachute. Because they're all over the place, this stage is great for getting loads of speed boosts if you trick on every single mushroom. Plus, there is a shortcut near the beginning that I never knew about until recently, which is great for speedrunning tactics. This stage was also in 7, and it was great. Thank you, Nintendo. Don't even get me started on the music. One of the best tracks in Wii, stage and music-wise.
There are a multitude of Mario Kart tracks none of us would even dare to think of attempting in real life. Toad's Factory is one of them. Seriously, it's a freaking factory, and built none other than Toad.
Of course!
Bison! Thanks, Akuma. So you start off going right into death, and... Wait a second. This looks eerily familiar. Oh yeah. Well, after all of that, you go into a packaging process and then out of the tube. Don't you dare say anything! And into some more mud. Jeez, this is a really complicated track. I guess this frame for the last year. Oh my god, it's in the first circuit. Are you trying to die? Wasn't Mario Party enough? I guess not. This is a fun and yet deadly course. Perfect for that bat Toad.
Nintendo must really like Moohoo Island. Ever since it was introduced in Wii Fit, it's appeared in several other games, such as Wii Sports Resort, Pilot Wings Resort, and yes, Mario Kart 7. There are 2 tracks based on the island, but of the 2, I give the point to Maka Woohoo. Both this track and Woohoo Loop are divided into sections instead of laps. Section 1 takes you by the bridge and into the grassy valley. Section 2 extends under the volcano and leads around the castle. For the final section, you go around the upper section of the volcano, before a long glide down to the finish line at the beach stadium. There's quite a bit of scenery to be enjoyed here, however there is a huge glitch that can cut down your time tremendously. Too bad you never go through the hot part of the volcano, but I still enjoy this track.
One kind of racetrack that can always result in bedlam is when you turn an entire city into a racetrack. Which brings us to Neo Bowser's City. Seriously, I just love the concept behind this. This is actually a unique case among Bowser's levels because this is actually the only Bowser level thus far that isn't Bowser's Castle. But don't get me wrong though, because there hasn't been a Bowser's Castle level that I haven't liked. True to the nature of Bowser's levels, Neo Bowser's City is actually quite tough. But still, that does not make it a bad thing. In fact, that's actually a good thing. Because it's what I've come to expect from Bowser. Or not.
Mario Kart Double Dash has gotta be one of my favorite Mario Kart games. Its co-op feature was great, its power-ups were awesome, and of course, the tracks. The tracks were among the best part of the game. So you're probably wondering, which track am I choosing? Oh, that's easy. DK Mountain. I mean, what's not to like about this track? The setting is a nice jungle on top of a volcano and features sharp turns, boulders, and the ever-classic DK cannon. The music that plays on this track is also very good. Sure, it also plays on Dino Jungle, but I think it suits this track more. And is it just me, or does it sound like a song that'd be in a Crash Bandicoot game? It's also probably the best multiplayer track in the game, because it's a good track to show off your skills to your friends, and to watch your novice friends epically fail.
You fail.
Out of all the tracks in Mario Kart, Airship Fortress is definitely one of my favorites. Not only is it a great reference to Mario 3, but it's also a fantastic track, too. Right after you cross the starting line, you are immediately struck with a Bullet Bill Armada. Then you have a drift in a corridor filled with Monty Moles. Then, you break right through an engine room with a bunch of flamethrowers and a humongous cannon that skyrockets you over to a tower. After drifting heaven, you get to go outside and go across a broken bridge, and then you crush the finish line. What an amazing level. And oh my god, listen to that music. Great design, it's fun on multiplayer, and it's one of the best Mario Kart tracks of all time.
I don't care what anyone says, Double Dash is a classic game. If Melee wasn't there, I'd say it's the best multiplayer experience on the GameCube.
I agree, the Special Cup in Double Dash is the best, with the usual classic Rainbow Road and Bowser's Castle,
as well as the brilliant Wario Colosseum. But which one is our favorite?
Definitely this one.
What is this?
Dino Jungle, my friend.
Is it Yoshi's home?
No. Anyway, this track is amazing. Its concept of riding around a prehistoric jungle full of dinosaurs simply rocks, even though you come in contact with only one.
Despite this, the visuals are full of detail. The caves are full of colorful, shiny crystals, and the water effects, while cartoony, are very lovable. It also shares its background music with DK Mountain.
And just like DK Mountain, a bridge is present near the end of this stage.
Although it's shorter and easier to navigate through.
About the dinosaurs themselves...
Cute, but big, full of joy and color.
Reminds me of Barney.
You gotta be shitting me!
Let's just conclude this, shall we?
Okay. Overall, Dino Jungle is awesome. With its creative design,
Catchy background music,
nice gimmicks,
and the overall joy it brings.
Makes it one of the best courses in Mario Kart history.
Let's not forget that helpful shortcut.
Of course!
Mario Kart has some great levels, but it was actually easy on choosing one. It's Koopa Cave, damn it! Oh my god, this level is just so damn creative. The art style is just pure beautiful, and in Mario Kart 7 it just got better with really smooth controls, and you can actually drive underwater.
Oh hell yeah!
First you drive inside a cave, and after that you drive down a fucking river. Beat that Need for Speed. And then my favorite. You drive in a motherfucking pipe! Best racing game ever. Is there any way to top this? Oh wait. That music.
Oh hell yeah!
Shut up, Toby.
This track is from Mario Kart 7, and I'm honestly surprised that they didn't use this theme before. Music Park. This is a racetrack that is made up of several instruments, including a piano, a xylophone, and drums. First of all, this track serves a fair challenge with its sharp turns and tricky jumps, and the giant musical notes that jump around on the drums just add to the chaos. But it also allows the drivers to perform tricks to maximize their speed. The piano and xylophone also play in sync with the background music as you drive over them. While it doesn't add anything to the difficulty, it's still pretty cool. Also, the detailed scenery and colorful atmosphere make this level an artistic masterpiece. This track shines above a lot of the other tracks in the game, though I think they should have stuck with the European name Melody Motorway instead of just plain old Music Park. Still, this track is certainly worthy of the Mario Kart roster. Challenging, artistic, and very entertaining.
Well, in Mario Kart DS, we have some good original tracks and some tracks that are just rip-offs. But there's only one track that is originality at its best. Yep, it's Waluigi Pinball. This, without any doubt, will make you have a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't love to play in a pinball game with amazing catchy music? But, oh well, let's keep going with the track. It's great. First, you get kids like you were a ball in a pinball game. Then, you get through a massive curve with some balls. And then you pass into the main fun. You enter a pinball game and you have to evade the balls or kick your butt and put you in a very bad situation. With balls. Wow. Mario characters sure like balls. And this is rated E, people. But I digress. This stage is clearly one of the greatest stages in Mario Kart. And that's saying something.
Balls!
Hey Logan, think we've praised Double Dash enough?
Hell no.
Since Double Dash is both our favorite Mario Kart game, wouldn't it make sense that one of our favorite tracks is from that game? Well, no shit!
Baby Park is the definition of a frantic track. Throughout the whole race, there is no safe way to drive. No matter how careful you are, you will always get hit by some random hazard. God damn! There's shit flying everywhere! Fireballs, Koopa shells, everything is out to kill you! And all the while racing this ridiculously simple track. It's an oval. That's it. It's just an oval. The simplicity of the track makes for some serious car wars.
Being the smallest track in Mario Kart history, there's 7 laps, and can make for some serious comebacks.
One thing that perplexes me about this track is, what kind of baby park is this? This track would be so much fun for battle mode because of its sheer simplicity. It'll be like a gladiator battle almost. Ben, did you write this script? Because you were making some bad jokes today, man.
Bite me.
No prob.
Oh, fuck!
Oh my, how do they keep coming up with ideas? This is what I asked myself when I played the new tracks on Mario Kart Wii. The ones that I was truly enamoured with were Koopa Cape, Coconut Mall, and Maple Treeway. The latter will be the subject of this part. You start by taking some harsh corners through some really pretty scenery with some interesting things in the background. After that, then you are fired through some leaves. Always a pleasant experience. I can't help but feel that that bit would be better.
It's an extremely gimmicky 3D!
You drive through leaves for a while before you enter the main event, the log. This is where a war will occur between you and your friends. The game is, push each other off the log. Though I must say that one can go a long way down the side before you fall to your doom. Then, this is what Leviticus 18:22 was talking about. This caterpillar is an abomination unto the Lord, but adds that extra level of challenge which will inevitably cause your friends issues as you race into the lead. Then you must traverse another log before you take a hairpin, drive through more leaves, and get across
The Bridge of Death!
one more log and then the final frontier, the super fun bouncy slide.
Bouncy, bouncy, ooh, such a good time.
This track can make or break your friendship, and although there are so many hazards, it will end up coming down to skill at the game, not random hazards. One for the ages.
Now imagine yourself on a cruise ship, enjoying the sun and the sea, while beautiful Caribbean music plays around you.
Hey Chance, you wouldn't happen to be talking about the Daisy Cruiser from Double Dash, right?
Well, actually I am.
Alright, I'll just sit in this chair and help you out of it.
Okay, thanks. Well, back to what I was talking about. Daisy Cruiser is exactly how I mentioned it earlier. It has not only a wonderful atmosphere, but great Caribbean music too.
But Daisy Cruiser is a lot more than that. It also features moving tables as obstacles and even a path that launches you straight out of a cannon. I always liked it because it felt like a very complete track. Not only do you race around the edge of the cruiser, but you go into the dining room and even the bows of the ship.
Putting the aesthetics and the gameplay together, Daisy Cruiser is one of the best Mario Kart tracks to ever grace the series. Heck, Nintendo even brought it back in Mario Kart 7.
Yes! Now I can finally go in that swimming pool.
You love Rainbow Road, right? Everyone loves Rainbow Road. Well, what if you take Rainbow Road, put it in Mario Kart 7, add flying to the mix, and, for good measure, throw in the moon? The result of that? Awesome! This is just a fantastic track to continue a trend of fantastic Rainbow Roads. First thing, the setup of this track. First glance, this seems like your basic Rainbow Road. The rainbow track and somehow being in space with all of the riders still being able to breathe. I still have no idea how that works. Oh well, it doesn't matter, moving on. But this changes it up in several ways. First, you aren't on just the road. You also go on the ring of a planet and the freaking moon. Another standout thing about this road is that it's a track that changes from each lap. First lap is Rainbow Road we all know and love. Then on the second lap you fly into the ring of a planet, drive on it for a little bit, then you fly off it into a launch star, and after some driving, you fall on the moon. Lap 3, after driving through a spinning wheel of fun, you go on a section that takes the flying mechanics and uses them to their absolute best. Flying through launch stars and avoiding asteroids is just pure fun. After that, it's just a good old run to the finish. This track is fantastic. Its design is great, it's incredibly original, and it's just plain fun to play. Oh yeah, and one last thing. The music.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.